Whenever you want, Turkey.
Shut up. So anyway, I wanted to talk about the things that were shown in the showcase for 1.4 with you guys for a moment, if you don't mind.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got well, why don't you guys introduce yourself real quick?
All right. I'm Headless. I am the current C rank shitter, like to dominate them all. I think that's enough of an introduction. Yeah.
I am Surgeon. I am pretty active in the community. I'd say I'm a DC competitor. That's about it.
All right. I love how Genesis cut out right when he introduced himself, but anyway.
Yeah. Sergeant. That was funny.
That was very good. Anyway, yeah. I wanted to start with like some small points. I'm not sure if you guys had any about the showcases, like not like the big things like the trick system that we're going to get into later, you know?
I mean, if we're going to start with small points, bro, I would say it's hype. Like this is like with or without like controversy like regarding to like whatever we're gonna talk about next. Like this is hype. This is legit hype.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited to see what new patch brings because from what I've heard, we've only seen about 25% of all the stuff that they have yet to show. So I'm pretty hyped.
25? Really?
See, I was surprised.
Huh. Well, not really sure how much I'm supposed to believe about that, honestly, but
That's just what I've heard, man.
yeah,
like
I guess. But it's looking like a good patch nonetheless. Definitely gonna differentiate itself from the other versions of Riders, that's for sure.
oh for
Yep.
sure. Like you can say like as much overhyped as it can be, it's still like gonna be very, very good. Like at least in my opinion, like it has like a good recipe so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, to maybe to start like the small points, have you guys saw the Advantage S, right? With the jump charging.
Oh,
Oh, the new jump charging?
Yeah. Did you see the animation?
bro,
Yeah,
nah.
okay, yeah. The animation's a little, I don't know, it's a little wonky.
A little wonky, but
Bro.
I think
The guy
Bro?
starts tap dancing, bro. You don't do that. Like,
I mean
just come on now.
if it functions, I guess it's worth to do. I hope they fix it though.
I hope it gets
Nah.
fixed too, but I mean, like, I wouldn't be completely against, having the wonky animations.
Kind of
Yeah,
funny.
because like you get like the visual feedback, right? And visual feedback is important, especially for new players. But like,
yeah, that's true.
like come on now, like that. Are you really telling me there's no way like to make like an animation that doesn't look like Sonic like tiptoeing like to get like some food off the fridge at like 3 a.m. Like, come on now. That was weird. That was
Where did
super
you pull
weird.
that where did you pull that from?
Life experience. Like
see.
I don't know what to tell you,
Very
All right.
specific.
Well,
bro.
all right.
I get the munchies. Bro.
How do I transition from that? Yeah, did you
It's
guys
going
have any
good so
small
far.
points otherwise, or
Uh,
I have a few more, but
not small points. All of them are like pretty major.
I see.
Nah, I got one. Supersonic, bro.
Super
That
Oh,
is
yeah.
looking
Oh,
clean.
Yeah, I love
Clean. I love that. I love that.
It's such a small change, but it helps a lot.
Yeah.
I really wonder how much time went into that because that seems like pain to code.
Oh yeah. You know my boy Exertile be working like major.
Yeah.
Especially with the code for this. I don't know. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah. Like I gotta commend the man, honestly. He's making the dream work.
Yeah, it's kind of insane how much he's pulling, like, as the main coder. Like, I think almost by himself. I think Protect codes a little bit, but
Like I think he gets like bits of help, but like
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but as far as I know, EXO is the main coder for now.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just really good shit, honestly. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, like I believe like if anyone like deserves like gigantic credit like for a lot that's going on, like in the advancement of the community, it's Exertile.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Man's just good.
Man's
Just
a fucking
real good.
legend.
Hell yeah.
But stepping away from guys, maybe
Bro.
we. I'm gonna censor that. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys saw like the type shortcuts in 1.4 so far, but they changed quite a bit of them, at least from what I've seen, like speed and stuff.
We're addressing the rail extends right now.
No, just small points like just different speeds on rails and that kind of stuff. Because
Oh,
I've
alright.
noticed a few of it that's pretty big.
Now, like, there's. Now, go ahead, Genesis.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the type changes because I've noticed that some of the rails were actually slightly faster than they were before, and some rails are actually viable now on some stages. And the fly hoops are also sped up on certain stages, like Ice Factory, for example.
About that.
Yeah, but like, which speed rails like got better? Like, I didn't actually like notice, and I watched it a lot.
I think the Sand Ruins one got buffed. I'm not sure on that. I know the
Wait,
fly
the
hoops
first
got
one or
buffed.
the first one or the second one? Like,
The first one.
I mean, I hope it's viable, like for real, because I like that, but I never use it because it's so slow.
Yeah, that's why no one uses it.
Yeah, but if it's good now, hell yeah, I might just like ditch fly because screw fly.
You can do that.
I'm
Yo,
all
screw
for
fly.
it. I just want to use High Booster on that stage. I just love using it on there.
Oh god,
Man,
Oh,
I want to
no.
do that too. That's such a potentially good gear on that stage.
no,
It is, and it could be
Yeah.
better and actually
Yeah.
viable.
God
Yeah.
no.
But like, they got me really upset with one of the changes though.
Oh, what was that?
They sped up the fly rings on Egg Factory, I think, which I don't like.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
That really pisses me off.
Yeah, because you like to skip.
Yeah, that skip, in my opinion, is like one of the only reasons you can even play fly on that stage. And if you just remove the skip, I feel like you're just kind of, how do you say it? You're neutering fly, in my opinion. But then again, that comes from a fly one trick.
Bro, it just feels like Egg Factory is like being geared more and more towards like speed versus power competition.
Yeah,
Like fly doesn't exist.
Yeah, you
in Egg Factory.
you don't have much of a reason to actually use fly there because I don't think the first fly hoops are like touched at all.
nah, they're like hard
Yeah,
to get to, and they're also not really good.
so I
At least
think
from my experience.
Yeah.
speed and power are just like dominating on this stage.
Especially speed, at least in 1.3.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
really
I
felt
agree.
like that.
Oh well. Just give me the skip back, please. I'm begging you.
Bro.
I'm sure they'll fine tune it eventually
Yeah.
because as far as I know, they haven't like detailed any like major stage changes yet because I think they're still
Yeah.
working on it.
Probably on purpose.
Yeah, stage changes and gear changes like I've been kind of left out. Like
Yeah.
and
Maybe
but I
we're
really
low.
think that was on purpose so far.
Yeah, maybe we're a little too early on that.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think that's all the small points I had. Not sure about you guys.
Nah, for me, I don't have a whole lot.
All right.
Yeah,
Genesis?
all the points I have are just like major points.
All right.
That's all I thought about.
I'll move on then.
All right.
So yeah. Next I want to talk about the trick system, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course.
Like
Um,
the S rank mainly. That's really good stuff.
bro, I'll be honest. That for me, that just makes so much sense.
I
Like-
really like that change. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Because like,
'Cause a lot of oh, hold on, you can go first.
all right. So like, Protag like in one of his streams said that like it's something like more geared towards like higher level play, like for high level players to use. I don't know if I agree like too much on that. But like to be fair, of course high end users are still gonna use it, right? Like people who know how to play the game, like they're gonna abuse that like for boost chains and everything. But like I feel like that's such like an elemental change, right? Like it's just so basic that's gonna affect all levels of play. Like you, as long as you know you can do that, you're gonna do that, right? Like it's
Yes.
not like it's not tied to high level of play. I don't think at all. Like, but besides that, it's like it just changes the game. It's just like I would assume like it's such a small change, like, but it's so big. It's so big. It affects so much, like how certain stages are played.
Yeah. I would say, like, I get what you mean that it will affect all levels of play, but I think what he more meant was like it's more like the good players are gonna make the best use of it, like everything, but especially this. Because if
Mm.
you're a new player, you're probably gonna get the S plus rank most of the time, I'd say.
Yeah, probably.
But for a high level player, you'll have more like chance to mix and match when you're gonna get an X and when you're gonna get an S. Like Metal City, when you're gonna get the S on the two ramps at the end, you know, which one's gonna be S and which one's gonna be X.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was kind of weird that it was on specifically S rank, because S rank is probably like one of the most uncommon ranks that everyone always goes for. So
That's
I guess that
why.
was the instant. Yeah, huh?
That's why, exactly. I think because
Yeah,
it's a
that's why I
hard.
feel
It's
like
a yeah.
I feel like it incentivizes actually going for the rank, but at the same time, I feel like compensating. I feel like compensating for less air for more speed is actually really good, because at low levels, it can really help you like catch up if you're like boost chaining or slipstream behind someone, and you just happen to land an S rank. I feel like it's really gonna help like close the gap between lap 1 and lap 2, where someone would be like ahead and you're just like slightly behind.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny. Like, at least in my opinion, like, for example, the last two ramps of Metal City, right? Like, if you get the top path, right? So if you go like in the first one, if you get like an S rank, and then the second one you get an X rank, you basically like you get the S rank and you get like that little bit of speed, so you don't actually need to boost, like in that little section that some people feel inclined to do if they really want to catch up, or if they're really close. But if you get the X rank like in the second ramp, you're gonna get like both the benefits of like having more air, but more speed in that little section. Like, I really feel like, I don't know, it just reduces like the need to like spend unnecessary air in that particular like section. Like, maybe it can help, especially like what we're gonna talk about like in the later points, the light characters. Of course, we need to get hands on this, but like in the Egg Factory, in the volcanic dip, sorry. Like, if you can get the S rank and then just like and then like just do the right angle, maybe you don't even need to boost like to get that volcanic dip. I don't know. Just so many applications.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I feel like it alleviates. I feel like it alleviates the air cost that you would use to boost instead, because it costs less air to just go for the S rank. Even you're getting like air, but you get the speed, so you don't have to actually boost. So I feel like that's a good point to make.
Yeah. I'm not sure how hard it's gonna be to hit that, because like it's already hard to kind of hit it like with an X rank sometimes.
Yeah, like that's the thing, right? Like
Yeah.
it will really depend like how the community, like how everyone decides to like go about things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we still don't know how we still don't know what the threshold for it is.
Yeah.
We don't know anything. Like, we just saw stuff, and
Yeah.
honestly, we're just getting really, really excited.
Yeah, we're just speculating.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be like, it's probably very hopeful thinking, but maybe it's gonna be like a thing where you have to like discover S rank combinations as well. I'm really looking forward to that.
I mean, the only like consistent way, like that at least I saw it, like to get S ranks, just go like 3 times to the same side.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, that's the only like constant way of getting
I
it.
think that's the only way, because if you do another trick, you'll just get an S plus.
True.
Yeah.
Haven't really, truth be told, I don't think anyone has experimented with getting S ranks.
Yeah, because like up
Yeah.
until now, you didn't need them like at
Yeah.
all.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it adds a new layer of gameplay.
Probably gonna be a little bit confusing for new players to think that the S ranks is arguably better than the S plus rank, but
Oh yeah, like that's a small point. I almost forgot. After this, like after 1.4, we're really gonna need some new tutorials. Like,
oh yeah,
like this is a point like that I really think it's necessary to make. Like, if we can inspire anyone to like do anything, or if we can do something ourselves, it's gonna have to be tutorials. Like for 1.4, like this new information needs to be compiled, or else like a lot of people are gonna be so lost.
Free real
Especially with
estate.
the latter changes that we're going to talk about, I do think a tutorial is definitely necessary.
Yes,
Yeah,
for
Man.
sure.
I think I made a channel at the right time.
Babylon Workshop, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, subscribe,
Subscribe, yeah.
Subscribe,
Like,
comment, and subscribe. Please do it.
yeah.
I can use it.
please.
Serki has a good voice. What you need can agree.
Ooh. So
My man
yeah.
has Sims already.
Let's move on. Let's move on to CPU mode, if you don't mind. I don't want to talk about that any longer.
I love that. I love that. CPU mode. Genesis, you want to take the lead on this one?
Okay, so I think it was called. I think it was going to be called Autopilot. This is unironically kind of like one of the coolest changes I've seen from this patch.
Oh, definitely.
Just because you can literally just put your control down and let the CPU do the work. I feel
Yeah.
like it's kind of like catered more towards casuals because there's not really any practical use for this at all. I guess it could be used for fun, but it's such like a small marginal difference that it could actually be worth using.
Oh, it's gonna be a good BM though.
That is the best point. That's what
Yeah.
I plan to do.
Like,
The most gigantic BM. Like, you don't even need to like. You can literally take the hands off the controller, bro. You can just
yeah,
like
like Protag did.
yeah, like
Oh, yeah.
Protag did.
That's right.
Like from now on, we can all go against non-existence. Like, and just not even pick up the controller.
You're really doing that man dirty like this,
Bro,
man. Come on.
bro. Come on now. Like, come on. We gotta spice it up a bit.
I
Come on.
guess. But like, anyway.
No, but it's a very good breakthrough. Like at least in my opinion. And hey, like maybe this is like very wishful thinking. Like if we could get someone with like a bit of AI knowledge, you know, like
Ooh.
maybe
Oh.
like maybe some like bots that are, you know, not completely another garbage, you know, that would be interesting.
I actually really do hope that the CPU can be fine tuned to like utilize everything that top players would do, so that
Yeah.
they can actually like give you a challenge, so you wouldn't have to like race other players to get good decent experience. But I feel
Bro.
like it would be incredibly hard to program with Sega's code.
Oh,
I
for
think
sure.
that would be impossible to do with just how we're doing it right now with just Gecko stuff, you know? I think it would be
Yeah,
impossible.
I don't understand anything about coding, so I wouldn't know.
Nah, but like imagine going to World Grand Prix where you just go against 7 Salagas. And that's
Oh
just
no.
it. That's just it.
Oh no.
Don't tell me that wouldn't be interesting.
Or
I mean, yeah, but it's like
Nah, I know. Like most likely that isn't possible, like at all. But I mean, that would still be funny. Like I
People-
remember Exertile, like once he discovered that, like he showed it off like to people that were in VC, and I swear to God, it was so entertaining just watching like the bots go like playing Overcraft, because like they were not that bad. They were not that bad. It was really interesting.
like I see them constantly missing grind rails and fly rings, so I kind of assumed they were just like god awful, but they can control the hovercraft. That's interesting.
Yeah, like I mean, the basic parts of it, yeah, not as good as Nyanar, but I mean, you get the
Eh.
point.
I feel like this could be used for something fun in the future, maybe like CPU tournaments.
Oh, I really hope they're
Yeah.
doing that. Just
Yeah,
gambling.
that's what I really hope for, because you could literally just bet, and it would literally just be up to RNG at that point.
Yeah. That's kind of like what they do with like Mario Party with the AI. Not sure if you guys have
Yeah.
seen that.
No, I'm not a Nintendo kid. Never saw
Uh,
that.
That's
Uh,
basically just you make drinking games of like CPUs playing against each other, and who loses has to take like
Oh.
a shot and stuff.
Oh, that seems cool. That
Yeah,
seems
it
cool.
really is.
Next video idea?
Maybe.
Maybe. I
No,
do have
that's
a little
cool.
bit of concerns of this though. Like right
Oh,
now,
just
I
a
think
little bit.
it was D-pad down, right? To
Yeah.
to make it. Yeah, I think that's gonna be like there's gonna be a few people that are gonna accidentally input that.
Oh, for sure.
CPU autopilot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, the
Like,
thing is, I think you can actually turn it off. I think.
Yeah, you can turn it on and off like whenever you want with D-pad down.
yeah, but like this comes from a keyboard player. I have no idea what button on my keyboard is D-pad down. So if I accidentally press it, I'm gonna be fucked.
Oh yeah, like I don't know which one it is in my controller. Like because I custom set my controller, so I have no idea. Like
Yeah.
that and like also for other changes, like I'm gonna have to set up some new buttons.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure that people have like macros for boost chaining and everything. Like and like if they use the D-pad for that, you know,
yeah.
can also affect that.
What I would like is if they did it like more like a button combination, like
Oh, I
Sonic
feel
Tree,
like that. Yeah, I feel like that works better.
like Sonic Tree, like left, 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 right, 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 up to get to level select, that kind of stuff.
Maybe like the four buttons like of the like for example in the Xbox controller A, B, X, and Y like all pressed together,
Oh, that
like
could work too.
and that would bring up CPU mode.
Yeah, I think that would. Yeah, that would probably fix that would fix what I think is the only thing that could go wrong with this.
I don't know, maybe like, but still a fun like neat little
Yeah, for sure.
thingy. Like, of course, it's completely geared to like fun and casual and
Discord DMs.
Pretty much.
Discord DMs
Yeah.
when your e-girl is texting you, bro.
Dude, you got experience with that?
Nah. Let's just say nah. Nah.
All right. Well, any more points on this?
Nah, I think that covers it.
Nah. I think
Alright.
I think we covered it pretty well.
Well, I guess we can move on to yeah, I made the points because I put Digital Dimension on it.
Oh,
I really
yeah.
want to talk about Digital Dimension.
of course you
Yeah, I do too, because I kind of want to talk about changes that I don't think was shown off in the showcase. Well, they
Okay.
forgot to show it. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
do you guys want to go first, or you want me to start talking about digital?
Well, if you want me to start talking about Digital Dimension, I'll gladly do that.
There we go. 2 hours, folks. Here we go.
Yeah, we're going to be in here for 2 hours.
Here we
Oh,
go.
But
I
anyway, yeah, go ahead.
I think the best change in digital dimension is removing the
The
I
what?
mean, yeah.
hands,
Oh, yeah, of course. Long time coming.
And
and they
like,
also made it so that the bottom path accelerates you, so
Yes.
you're actually not losing any time. Which I actually really like that, because you can boost chain off that and gain so much speed.
Well, that's going to be interesting to see.
yeah. And it makes like I don't want to say viable because they already are viable, but like it gives like power characters like a bit more to work with. Like because you can now go bottom path, which means you can take like the power objects like below.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, wait. I just remembered a big change that they made. The link chaining.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Link
thought-
chaining. Yeah, that makes it so much better to actually use power type on the stage, because it can actually gain air now, because you can actually hit the mirrors.
Yeah, we actually need to talk about that. Are we talking about this now, right?
Go ahead.
Well, honestly, I think it's like one of, if not the best, is like one of the best quality of life changes. I'll be absolutely honest. Like the fact that like you can rail extend now in so many places is just so good. I speak like for example for Sega Carnival. Sega Carnival, like that first speed that first speed rail, oh god, that shit's gonna feel good. If it is like how I'm picturing it in my head, right? Like pulling off, just like you jump and then you jump again, like you just get like the full charge. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be very good.
Yeah, it's going to be like you guys are going to have to take the lead here because I only play Fly mainly, but like it's really going to be a big buff to speed, I'd say, especially because speed usually just kind of fucks up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Genesis.
Wait, what stage are we talking about?
Just
The rail
talking-
extend.
Yeah, rail extend.
Oh, the reciprocal extend.
Yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't want to talk about that, because the reciprocal extend, it affects both speed types and air broom. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
freaking tornado extend.
Yeah, I feel like this kind of makes speed a little dummy. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like reciprocal
Yeah.
extend should extend to fly types as well, because they're actually the ones that have like a special animation when they hit the ground from a fly hoop. So I feel like it should extend to more types instead of just speed type, because speed type gets indirectly buffed by all of this.
I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Like fly can just cancel a fly. You can't easily cancel a rail, I'd say.
Well, you can jump off a rail early and you would still have the reciprocal extend.
Yeah, but you would like lose so much speed from that instead of just dropping, boosting, and charging jump, I'd say.
I mean, you can keep the momentum.
Yeah, you can
Like-
momentum hold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, remember what you do in Red Canyon? Like, you do like that little skip.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you could just keep doing that.
Yeah, but
No,
I'm
but
thinking like the first rail in Sky Road, you know? Like that you can't really get that ramp right. I'd
No, but
say.
with this, I think you can. With
Yeah,
this,
exactly.
like,
That's why.
I don't know.
I think they specifically showed that one off. Actually,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did.
But like, for example, I'm thinking Babylon Garden, right? Going back to what Genesis said, like the fly, if you could like put that thing on fly as well, like you could make it so like both of the fly paths would just be so much better. Like you could literally like boost Shane like perfectly off of that. Like you can do the jumps better, at least in my opinion. Like just keeping momentum and the reciprocal extend. I'm trying to like figure out something, like some kind of fly path that like would benefit from it, but I don't know.
I feel like that'll make type combinations actually a bit. Now that I think about it, I feel like it'll make type chaining. It'll kind of make it a bit broken because if let's say you take Supersonic to Babylon Garden, if he jumps off that rail, he could easily get an A+ off of jumping off that ramp, and then he could go straight into fly path.
Maybe. I mean,
I don't know how useful that is because it's faster to not take the fly hoop still.
Like apparently, like according to what they said, Supersonic right now is the lightest character.
Yeah, that's weird to me. But we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
So yeah, like considering that Cream with Grinder like pretty much got it. No, he managed to get it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so like Supersonic would probably get it with ease if it's like even lighter than that.
I feel like this is gonna be fine tuned a bit because that kind of doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm kind of concerned about Supersonic.
It's a constant, right? Like everyone's always worried about Supersonic
For good
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah. All right. What else? Do you guys have any more stage changes like you feel like should
Well,
be addressed?
the freaking item boxes on Digital Dimension.
Oh
Or-
yeah, they put them farther back. I'm pretty
That's-
sure, right?
That's such a good change, but also a very problematic change to me.
I mean,
I feel like it doesn't really change the stage much because they're just moving it farther back. So you actually have to like, you could either decide to do the DD skip and not get the rings, or you can decide to take the slow path and get the ring and level
Yeah.
up early.
But that's actually a really big change, though, because like half the power of the skip is that you can go faster while getting the rings or 2 boxes, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that's why it's better to just move them back so that you have to either sacrifice speed or sacrifice leveling up early.
Yeah, so they basically just made the skip worse without banning it. That's what I really like about it.
Yeah. So now,
Yeah, like-
so now you don't have to complain about it as much. Well,
no,
not
like,
you, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It-
Only one
it's still
problem I
gonna-
have of it, though.
Yeah.
he's still gonna complain, you know, Sturkey.
I'm not gonna complain. It's my favorite skip in the game. Why would I complain about it?
Now I'm just messing with you, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
But
I don't know. Like in level 1, like unless you're playing like the lightest character, you're not gonna do it, right? Like
I'm not
it's
sure.
it-
Probably Sonic's probably still gonna be able to do it. So like the mid weights are probably gonna be able to do it.
you think so? Like
Yeah,
and
I think so.
Are they gonna have like enough boost or like even with drift boosts and everything? Like
I
don't
think
know
the
if it's-
weights. I think the weight is a lot less. We're gonna talk about this later too, but
Yeah,
I think it's a lot less important, a lot less extreme than we've seen from Cream, Lightboard, and Eggman Heavy Bike. I'd say.
maybe. Like I don't know. Like All right, we'll get to weight later because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I kind of have a lot to talk about that as well.
Yeah, me too. I have a lot
Yeah.
to talk about that too.
Well, just to close this out then. The only problem I have right now with the item boxes in Digital Dimension is the fact that like gears that don't want to level up, they will just completely ignore this entire change.
Oh yeah.
So you basically still have you're gonna have like, at least from my perspective, you're gonna have more of a dominance from like ring gears and like heavy bike if it's still like how it is now.
Yeah, quite likely. Like, but then again, we need to go back to weights like to discuss that because like it's a heavy bike. Apparently, like it has like a different weight stat now.
Yeah, but we can
So,
go
like-
we can go to that now actually if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, go
Oh
ahead.
wait.
Oh.
Just a thing like with stage changes, like just this little quality of life. Like this is what I'm enjoying the most from this is like the little quality of life changes, like the board grinding, right on the signs.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
nice
I
save.
forgot about that.
Makes you
Oh
get
wait, I
air.
almost forgot the lava on a egg factory.
Wait, what did they do?
Oh
to it?
yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember. Yo, that is cool. Yeah, that is
I
cool as
assumed
well.
everyone would forget about that, but yeah, that's such a small change because I really hate the lava there. I just hate egg factory
Yeah.
in general.
Doesn't everyone hate that lava? Like almost every type just avoids it.
Yeah,
Ah,
it actually buffs fly type, so you don't have to like run through the lava every time now.
Yeah. Assuming they have to skip gone, like we talked about in the beginning. But
now that's a couple of things, right? I don't know if they're gonna do another showcase. I'm pretty sure they will. But like,
I think they will. They said so, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. But like, if they do that, like, there's a lot of questions, like especially on Fly, because like I feel like Fly is kind of being left out, like by most of these changes. Like at least in my opinion, like
Yeah.
it feels like Power's getting a bit of love, especially like with the weight changes that we're gonna talk about next.
I mean, chaining is a
Like,
pretty big boon for it. The chaining.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm not really like the Fly connoisseur like Serki is, but I'm I'm saying like there's something weird about that.
We'll see. Like a lot of people say, like, oh, Fly is the Omega skip type that you just have to do these Omega skips to be viable.
Yeah.
And I think like if you want, a lot of people would probably want to move away from that, but I'm not sure if I would want that.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think they're gonna move away from it, but with what I've said about Egg Factory, but we'll see.
I mean, part of the reason a lot of people dislike Fly is because it's either not good enough or it's too good.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I feel like it's hard to balance.
Have you guys
Just a
seen
bit.
like the old Night Chase skip with Fly, like in 1.2?
Oh, I remember that. I wasn't here for it, but I've seen videos of it. Yeah, that skip was insane.
Yeah, that's probably like a case in point on that.
I actually didn't see that. I need to see that. Like after we finish
I'll
this.
show you after. Like you basically just you fly over the like the second fly rings.
Yeah.
You just fly over the entire U-turn and just straight to the tower.
Oh, that that seems cool.
And that was
kinda
that
seems
was
cool.
that was legal.
Oh god.
Yeah, everyone would just use Supersonic on the stage, and
Yeah,
you just skip half of it for free.
man.
Yeah, that's why I knew. That's why I know. Like I'm new as fuck at this game. Like I don't know those kind of things. I don't know how the meta was like 1 year ago. I just kinda know it now. Kinda.
Yeah, we're gonna need a historian, honestly.
Nah, but like for real. Now we can go to weight changes. Am I right?
Yeah, right.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Let me get in on this because this is either gonna go super well and gonna like have great influence on the game, or it's gonna be like the huge, like the biggest fuck up like of the century when it comes to Sonic Riders. Like, I'm sorry, but like this has gigantic potential to either be amazing or a gigantic fuck up.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, and it's kind of funny because it can also be nothing. Like, I feel like some people are kind of missing out on this. It can literally not affect anything.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't
No,
say
because
that.
like, think with me for a second, right? Like, it can be like it can have like these gigantic like changes that you can't do skips, or like you can do certain skips, or you can change like how you jump, how you do downhill, uphill. But if they're like, if they decide to like fine tune the changes so they're like not that heavy, or not that, you know, influential in the game, like it can also just like be okay, I guess. And we don't know about like the gear changes, right? We don't know what gears are gonna be like. We know that heavy bike and light board are gonna be like heaviest and lightest, like respectively. But what about the other ones, right? What about like,
Yeah.
because I kind of want to
That
know, for
oh,
example, access. Like
that,
how is that gonna be?
I actually really wanted to ask that on stream, but I didn't get a chance to. I was wondering if, because they showed off the heaviest and the lightest combinations, but I wanted to know like what about all the other gears, and if it'll be like a marginal difference or if it will be major enough to actually have any like effect on gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen with Eggman Heavy Bike, that's a pretty big difference.
Yeah,
but like,
it's a massive difference.
yeah, because that's the heaviest combo. Like, of course you can put Eggman on a board, but like, let's say like the lightest bike, right? Will that like counter it? Will that affect it? We don't know that, right? Like, all of those questions are just like unanswered fully.
Like I always wanted to see if Kareem was on a heavy bike, would she just become a midweight character?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I feel like the biggest change that weight is gonna have is on uphill and downhill speed, because I saw that when you're going uphill, it's actually like impossible to like brake without drifting.
Yeah.
Like you'll always drift because you're always gaining speed for no reason. But I've seen that when you go downhill, I've seen high booster going downhill on Splash Canyons on a rainbow. You gain a lot more speed on a midweight character, and I don't know if that was intentional or if that needs some fine tuning or whatever. But I feel like you shouldn't go faster. I feel like it's kind of hard to explain, but like I feel like you should go faster, but you shouldn't go faster on a midweight character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The midweight shouldn't affect it, like, pretty
Yeah.
much. I get what you're saying completely. Like
Like it makes sense if you're playing a fly character, but Sonic's like he's like midweight. He shouldn't go faster. Like he shouldn't go that much faster. He should be like the base speed, because high booster on that stage is already pretty insane. You know, that massive speed increase, it could go even faster and it could probably even beat the crazy on that stage, honestly.
Also, shout out to Protag, like on stream, like with the biggest bro moment of the year when he made the Rouge comment on being the heaviest like fly character.
Really,
Like
man?
that, I swear to God, like my hands were on my face. I didn't know what to say. Like, come on now. That was interesting. That was an interesting comment. Nah,
Rouge
but
being the heaviest fly character.
yeah, and him specifically saying that he doesn't know why. You know, with that tone, right? That was interesting. That
I
was
mean,
interesting.
I get where he's coming from. It's probably better if we don't say the reason either, though.
yeah, this is
Yeah, but it's a gigantic bro moment. That's why I needed
Yeah,
to
sure, that's true.
to reference it.
Man, like going back to like the main point of weight, like I'm hoping that they like, if you've seen just Eggman Heavy Bike, it seemed a little too fast to me.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping
yeah.
that they just kind of adjust it accordingly and maybe like tone it down a bit, because right now it just seems like, oh, you're heavy, so you're fucking great, and you're playing a light character, oh, you're a feather, you're not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, it seems like light characters, like the more and more I think about light characters, they feel more like they're geared towards new players. If you have like trouble like doing this dip or this skip, or just like falling like in this place like in the right time at the exact moment you need, you pick a light character, it's better.
Yeah, I want to talk about how it essentially like dummy proofs all the shortcuts, because you could do the volcanic dip with someone like Cream. She would just float the whole time. You wouldn't even need to boost.
Yeah.
And another change that they briefly talked about but didn't like delve too much into was that the bumping into other players while you're using like the heaviest combination versus the lightest or something like that.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't know.
sure.
I don't know how much it'll affect. I don't know how much it'll affect gameplay, but from what we saw, it can knock some people pretty far.
Yeah, I'm hoping they kind of. I'm not sure about you guys, but I hope that they kind of neutralize that at least, because I don't think that should be in the game.
Nah, bro, what you talking about? It's new player interaction.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I wanted to say this on stream as well, but like at least when I heard about this, but like Supersonic's the lightest character, so if you have like the start line engagement, you could just knock him the hell away, and like, no, you're not gonna hit me today.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well because Supersonic being as light as he is makes no sense because he should be the same way as Sonic.
Yeah, maybe it has to do with like them thinking like, oh, Supersonic flies, like
Yeah.
floats, but
But
That
he's-
that
yeah.
was kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, but he's multi-type, so I don't really know.
yeah, it's kind of problematic. I hope they revert that as well right now, but it's not up to us, sadly.
Like it's some of these things, right? Something that like wasn't referenced a lot as well was like what Protag referenced as the defense stat, right? As like the heavier characters lose less air when getting hit. Like
Oh yeah,
I feel like that could make for some interesting combat combinations. Like
yeah.
especially for Knuckles, for example, right? If he gets like countered or like if he gets hit or something, he's gonna be able to like not be as affected as much. Like in my opinion. Like and he can constantly go for like a more heavy player interaction like conduct. Like, you know. I don't know if I'm like explaining myself correctly, but like it just feels like it's not even the combat characters, like heavy characters with combat stats or like with combat gears can just, you know.
Oh,
You
and
can-
another thing with heavy and light characters, do you guys remember the fast fall mechanic?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fast fall mechanic is actually kind of one of the coolest ideas I've seen from the patch.
Yeah,
Dude,
but like
did you hear that, Headless?
what?
Freaking robot Genesis.
Yeah, Robot Genesis. Yeah, that was interesting.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that.
Bro. That was funny, bro.
But I wanted to mention the fast fall mechanic because I feel like it'll actually be like it'll majorly change how people interact with each other because you can just because heavy characters versus light characters will probably be the way to go. I feel like.
Like we still don't know like how that's going to be implemented, right? It's just
Yeah.
like speculation at this point.
Yeah,
If the fast fall mechanic is gonna be like actually implemented like for real or if they're just experimenting with it, we still don't know that like for sure yet.
We've only really heard about it mainly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you need to consider something, right? If you add the fast fall mechanic to like light characters, you're gonna make them like lose whatever like when it comes to skips and like falling and everything, like they just get the upper hand because like they're still gonna fall like fast enough or like I don't think it should be like, you know, implemented
I mean, on the other
if they're gonna have weight.
On the other hand, I'd say like if you fast fall on a heavy character, I would assume like we've seen in the showcase that like he could boost chain off his weight. And if he fast falls, he probably get even more speed.
If you can do that, yeah. If you can do that, like I retract my statement. If
I
it gets
assume you
more
do that.
speed.
I feel like that's the coolest change: being able to like boost chain off of your fast fall or going downhill.
Yeah, that would make sense. Especially like if the heavy characters get like not a modifier, but like if they get the speed, you know?
Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting thing to see at least. It's definitely I'd say the most concerning part about this entire update so far.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Because like up until now, I think like with every other point, including what we're going to talk about next, I think they hit the mark on everything, right? Like I think like there's very little room like to fuck up in like pretty much every other department. This one is the most, you know,
It's the most controversial. I agree.
yeah.
But
It
as you
can
said,
work or
Headless,
not.
as you said, like in the beginning, I'm pretty sure you said it like it's gonna be either the best thing or the worst thing of it.
Exactly.
But
Well, we don't really know yet until like the patch will drop. I think it's coming out in June, right?
yeah, late
Yeah.
June, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So I feel like this is something that will need like heavy testing before we could get a proper opinion on it.
Yes.
Because
This,
like,
this is a point I'm pretty sure that like Genesis wants to stress out like in a very big way. Like we want to make this like come across like very clearly. The testing is extremely important. Like I'm pretty sure Genesis can agree. And
Yeah,
yes,
science-
I heavily agree because
Yeah.
like there's still some ironing kinks that needs to be like worked out. Because I feel like you said, it could be either the best change or the worst change. But I feel like it's something that needs like proper testing before.
yeah.
Jam, if you need beta testers, we're available.
Yo, I'm not gonna say this again. You have a simp here. Like at least him. Come on now.
You're dating this entire freaking recording, man.
What?
Like this recording, like next year, it's gonna be trash. But anyway,
I'm just messing with Genesis. He knows I'm playing.
hit
I
us
know.
up. Hit us up for a beta code. We really appreciate it. Anyway, jokes aside, like that was a joke. Don't sue me. Is there anything else you guys want to say about the wait or?
No,
I feel like we covered everything pretty well.
Yeah.
No, wait. I think there's something like I think this not really like affects the weight, but more about the small points.
Oh.
Amy and Ethan are.
Oh yeah, she's a power type
we
now.
almost forgot about that.
Wait a second.
Wow.
Let's just make this a new point. All right.
Yeah, of course. Like this
Okay.
needs to be addressed.
Okay. Well, go ahead. Now I can edit it in. Go ahead.
All right. Can I talk about it? Because I feel very strongly about this point.
Yeah. Go
You
ahead,
can.
man.
All right,
Floor is yours.
Bro, I'll be honest. I think this change makes so much sense. Like, holy cow! It just makes sense. I'm sorry, but like, I understand. Like, some people feel very strongly about this change. Some people don't agree. Some people like feel like it makes absolutely no sense. I agree with this change. I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense. Like, yes, she's a hedgehog. Yeah, like in other games, she could keep up with Sonic's speed. But come on now. We all know that like that hammer ain't for show. Like she's carrying it around all day. Like she isn't gonna be like the most speediest like character in the world. Like honestly, I feel like her being power, especially if they can like find a way to fix the animation, like to make it like the hammer like they wanted to, that would be so good. That would just make sense. But at the same time, like I understand why people feel like she's not power as well. Like I get it. Like it just you need to understand, right? Like I feel like she fits more the role of a power character, like in every sense of the way, more than a speed character.
Yeah. I agree completely, honestly. Like, I'm not sure how much you guys have played like Sonic Advance and Sonic Adventure 1, but like she's very slow in Sonic Adventure 1.
Same thing as Sonic Heroes 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's like the speed character there, right? So I understand like the concern that comes from there.
Yeah, but she's still super slow.
Yeah, for sure.
Even slow in Sonic 06.
Like, but there's also something, right? Like, even when it comes to board selection, right? And I'm talking a bit out of my ass, like because I am for real,
as usual.
But bro, yo, come on now. But I feel like the fact that you can now have like a power type that it can access skates, skates, boards, and bikes on power will probably bring like a very new dynamic when it comes to drifting characters. And
I agree.
I feel like maybe you don't need to pick Hagman like for the bikes anymore. Like we're talking about like for example Super Hang On, right? Like one of the
Yeah.
things, for the drift stat, maybe it can bring a new dynamic. Maybe we can see some new picks. Like and for example, for like those kind of changes that are like for example, not the changes, like the gears that used to be picked, for example, Amy Omnipotence. That's still gonna be a thing. That's still gonna be like completely viable and completely normal. Like, of
Yeah,
course
but
they're not gonna
you're
have
gonna
the
have a lower
speed.
top. Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah,
have
you're
lower
not
top
gonna.
speed.
Yeah, you're right. You're not gonna have the top
And
speed.
I think like I want to bring this up real quick. Like
That's true.
in terms of speed omnipotence, like you're gonna lose the drift character now.
Yeah,
And I
you're
think
right.
that was a pretty big pick. And I think you also don't have the all rounder because I'm pretty sure Ulala is the all rounder, and she can't ride bikes.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna mention that this kind of like nerf speed type in a way because they have less options to actually use now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'm kind of thinking about it now. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I'm still for this change, but it's gonna be an interesting thing to see and
Mhm.
watch if like any picks will just disappear.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, but I'm all for E10R. I'm all for both Amy and E10R to still be drift characters, though. I'm glad that their archetypes remain the same because I think Ulala was changed to an early booster now.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, Ulala was getting changed to an early booster. I'm pretty sure.
No, wait, I'm pretty sure. No, that's not correct, right? Shadow is early booster.
Shadow is an all rounder. He's getting changed to an all rounder.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, they're getting swapped around.
Oh, interesting.
I don't want to play more Ulala. I already don't like playing Ulala. I don't
Well-
like the anime character,
Better play Shadow.
bro.
Yeah,
Nah.
that was shown up during the first showcase. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Ulala is going to be changed to an early booster.
Oh yeah.
Well, that kind of fixes what I said then, I'd say.
Wait, but wasn't Tails like also like being turned into an early booster?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I remember like seeing all that and like I don't know if I really like go with those changes. Like
I'm not
that
gonna
change in
lie.
particular.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't disagree with you on that.
Like it's I don't know. I mean it's okay, right? Like I really don't mind, but
I don't mind it. It's just like I kind of feel like it kind of made more sense the way it was before.
yeah.
Because like early boosters had like the best attacks.
No, but
True.
if it's for that, like Tails has that stupid like level 2 AoE.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It like in that case I guess it makes sense, right?
Yeah,
But still like that change in particular for me it's going to be like very hard to swallow. Like I don't know. Doesn't really
Oh wait! I just remembered a very big gear change. Did you ever see Super Hang On?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah, Yeah, it has level 4 now.
Oh fuck yeah.
And it doesn't have legend anymore.
No more legend. Good. It has like half
does-
charge, right?
Yeah, it does have to charge all the time.
Half the charge. What?
It only has
Like-
to charge for half as much time as the other gears.
Yeah.
So it has half legend effect. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Essentially.
As the Eggman Super Hang-On abuser on Digital Dimension, I don't know how I feel about that. I'll be absolutely honest. I don't know how I feel about that because I just used to like I didn't even think right when I was playing Digital Dimension. Like I just picked that. And, I was like, okay, let's just boost chain and that's it. I don't need to do anything else. Like pick up like the occasional air pit, like the occasional death, and that's it. But now I need to
Man.
think. I don't like that,
I really like that,
bro.
bro.
You don't do this to me.
But like, if we're bringing that up, we might as well talk about the gambler too.
oh yes,
Oh yeah, gamblers.
yes.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
my baby. That's
I like it a lot more. I like it a lot more than the old one because it's actually a gambling thing now.
Yeah,
I'm
he lives
gonna
up to
put
his
my
name now.
texture. I'm gonna put my texture to use, baby. Woo!
Texture
Yo.
is linked in the description, by the way.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Y'all could go and check that out. It's very crappy work, but it's there, and I love it. Nah, but I love what they did to the Gambler, like, and in other versions of like other mods, I felt like the Gambler was no longer viable, and in 1.3, like it was a time trial like gear. I think it was referenced in the podcast in the showcase as well. So like,
I'm
I
not
I
sure. I think we talked about that before, like in private.
no, but ProTag, I'm pretty sure ProTag also mentioned that. Like
All right.
I am 99% sure he did. So like now it just feels like it has a purpose, right? And especially bro, yeah, on Nintendo G, bro. I as like an almost gambling addict, bro,
Oh no.
I love that. I love that. I can get completely screwed over. I can love it. I can discover new stuff. I'm all for the change. Completely.
Yeah.
I feel like E10G is gonna be like a very fun pick.
Yes.
It's gonna be a
But I don't.
luck-based pick.
Yeah, I don't see. But the thing is, I don't really know how to like feel about the types being I don't know how to feel about them being like random every time you use it.
I mean, granted,
Well, I
that's only
kinda
on
like
E10. That's only on E10G though. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah, it's only on E10G.
The
But
other
even
ones have
so,
like have like a trifecta.
yeah,
Like
you either lose your type or gain another.
it's like level 1 you don't have a type. But for example, if you're like Sonic, right? You're speed type. You go from speed to power, then the power to fly, and then you gain the Omni type. Like all the
Yeah.
types.
So level 2 is speed, level 3 would be fly, and level 4 would be power.
No,
I
level
think.
3 would be power, level 4 would
Oh.
be
Fly.
yeah.
Right.
All right.
At least that's what I understood. And I feel like that mechanic, especially for E10G, just works so well. So well. Like of course I haven't touched it. Like it might be like other like versions of the Gambler, like what I thought like it would be amazing. It turned out to be meh. But I'm pretty sure like this change, there's very little like that can actually go wrong with it. At least in my opinion.
Well, in the fun department for sure. I'm not sure how good it's going to be competitively.
Oh yeah. We're not talking about competitively because like
Yeah.
that competitively is gonna be, you know,
It's going to be a BM pick.
maybe.
Maybe.
We don't know, but maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. Anyone want to add something to that?
Well,
Did we forget any changes to talk about?
I'm trying to think. Like, we already talked about Advantage S in the beginning. I'm just curious what they do with cover S.
Yeah, they said they're gonna change that.
Yeah, because that gear, like, the dual type gears are going to get changed to be on speed, like, as well, to have like on the other types to have mono type to get the extra speed. So cover S will just lose what it had. Sad time. Best gear in the game.
Bro, nah. Like the gimmick is gone, right? But it's gonna go to like the monotype gears. But I mean, I'm pretty sure they can like even if like they switch like the to make it so it's like the cover F, right? In 1.3, which is like you know what it does, right?
I think it gains air from boosting.
Gains air from boosting, yeah.
Yeah, you
It's
have
really
like
fun.
an extreme passive drain and like
I mean, like you have like a top speed from 220 or something like on that thing, like just cruising. That's insane.
Yeah, like my point is like that gear makes no sense, right? But it's an experiment. Like it's just like things that like the community like try it out and they say they hate it. Like they could try to do something like similar with the cover S, and I wouldn't mind that. Like some kind of wacky idea, some kind of new idea, right? I feel like that could work.
Maybe they'll pull some from suggestions.
Yeah,
maybe.
And I'm thinking about Power Gear, right? Like, remember Power Gear? They also said that they're gonna change that.
Yeah, the rusty powerful gear.
Yeah,
not the powerful, the power.
No, but it just looks like a rusty version of the powerful.
Oh yeah,
pretty much
for sure.
Power Gear didn't see much. It didn't see much use in competitive play or even time trials. Just
what did it do?
You had like 20 frames of boost. you had like 20 frames of boost. You could do it more often and had a higher boost chain modifier, but it
Oh.
boosted at 225 at level 3.
That's trash.
Yeah, it was not good.
Like I don't know. You want to speculate on like what the power gear is gonna be? Because like I feel like they could make like a lot of changes like related to boost chaining that is not the Blue Star 2, you know?
I'm not sure. I think they're gonna completely overhaul for something new because boost chaining really is just a thing for the Blue Star 2, especially now that it's a gear that's in all characters.
Yeah, but all right, but think like there's other parts of boost chaining that you can like make better that is not just a boost chain modifier.
Such as?
I mean, for example, you have the Opa Opa, right? The Opa Opa
Yeah.
has like very little boost duration. They could make like a more air efficient Opa Opa without the effect of the Opa Opa.
Yeah,
A
that's
more
true.
air efficient okay.
Like I would think that like maybe that would be an interesting gear idea.
It's
Sounds
not a bad
interesting.
idea. I kind of like that idea actually.
Yeah, you should leave that in suggestions, honestly.
I might, but like, you know, as soon as you start asking me like technical questions, I'm gonna melt. I have no idea what I'm saying
alright,
here.
fine. But it's interesting, but I'm not sure if they're gonna be going for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, of
like,
course. Like
what we've seen in the update, they're pulling some ridiculous stuff.
yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
So I'm expecting some ridiculous gears next time, honestly.
Yeah, because they mostly just talked about weight because that was the biggest change that they showed off. But I feel like the gear changes are what like I feel like okay, this is probably not by people, but I feel like gears are more characters than the characters are.
Yes.
Yeah, Boom said that too, right?
Yeah, there were a
Yeah.
lot of people that like referenced that. I think Thanos Car also said that like at one point. I don't know if it was like on the stream chat, if it was like on VC one day. Like I'm pretty sure like someone said it before Boom, but like Boom said it on stream and like
Yeah.
you know, I think we all feel the same way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of an interesting like point about the weight. Is this just you know, it's gonna give like, and I think that was what they were going for. It's gonna give every character like something else to pick it for that's just not the archetype.
Yeah.
Like I feel
Yeah.
like that was their main point. It's just like, you know, let's make characters different from each other. Let's make it like so like you're not picking a late booster power character. You're picking I don't know, I whatever.
They're killing the mains. They're killing Thanos Car's monkey. They're killing My Wave, whatever. They're
I
killing the
mean,
mains.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like Thanos card can probably like get a better pick, but I'm glad that Wave is going to the ground. It's good. I like that.
I was told by sources that Wave was honestly going to be like very similar to what she is now, so don't get your hopes up.
Damn. Sad. Nah, we're still gonna see like Serki Senpai in fucking Sonic Riders. That's
Shut
sad.
up, man.
That's
shut
sad.
Wave simp.
Wave sim.
Man, shut up, Jam Simp.
Man.
Woo!
Before we get like a fight here, let's talk about tornadoes before we go.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Bro.
tornado changes.
Oh, yeah, that's
Slingshot, very good.
Very good comment. I agree.
I feel like the threshold for the tornado slingshot should be like bigger because I noticed that you have to be like insanely close to the tornado to get it, but you'll never actually get that close to like consistently hit it.
I think that's
And we haven't talked about the change where you can actually like ignore tornadoes, right?
not yet.
Now we just started with tornadoes, and Serki wanted to start with the slingshot.
I think it's more important, honestly.
I mean, I see where you're coming from, Genesis, but I kind of think like that's the point.
Yeah,
And I think Serki was gonna say that as well.
it is the
like-
point, I'd say.
Like, it needs to be like a very very small threshold, or else like for example, all right, let's think Metal City, right? First
Yeah.
ramp. If you make the threshold just that little bit bigger, you're always gonna get the slingshot, even like if you're not even trying to aim for it, right? Like the point is in like very tight corners where you can avoid the slingshot. Like it should be an option, right? And it
Yeah.
should be like something that high level players would abuse or ignore, not like force them to use it or force them to ignore it.
It
Right?
should be said. I'd say that like if you make it too big, it's just gonna be like, oh, my opponent gave me extra speed for second for player and
Actually,
second.
I actually wanted to talk about that point. So
Oh,
I
go
feel
ahead.
like, so I was thinking two things. I was thinking, what's stopping me from just completely ignoring the tornado and just using the slipstream instead?
I
think
mean,
nothing.
Just completely, like, yeah, just completely ignore the tornado slingshot because I could just get all the same effects from using the slipstream. But I was also thinking, let's say like you're on a stage like Egg Factory where that's where you usually abuse tornadoes, right? Unlike right before the QTE. Yeah, I was thinking, what if you could actually use it as like a combat maneuver where you could indirectly boost someone into another tornado?
oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
that's what I was thinking because you could use it offensively in that way. So it could also be good and it could also be really bad.
Oh no, not the air broom mains. Oh no.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about.
Oh
Tra-
no.
Trap gear might actually be good. Please.
Oh no.
I wouldn't say anything about trap gear yet. We have no idea what that gear is gonna do.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Yo, I don't want to live in a world that like fucking trap gear and air broom dominate. Nah.
I mean, Jam is in the development team.
Oh. Hey, yo, Genesis, you got good connects, bro. Come on, you should try to ease them into the idea.
Maybe. I just might. I don't have connections. I'm just here.
Just here.
I'm just here.
Well,
Nah, it's. I mean, all in all, I think that like making it like a very small gap, it's okay. Honestly, it's okay. And like, in the end of the day, it's gonna avoid what you were talking about, like making tornadoes like that close to each other, so like you need to bump into one of them. Like, if the thing was too big, yeah, you would just directly bump, but there would be nothing you could do. But I feel like the slingshot itself, it's a great mechanic. It's a great mechanic. I'm glad they're adding it.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Like, I hope it doesn't become too powerful or too dull, but it's just so good. It's just like just makes sense, and it gives like a great comeback factor
yeah, that's for sure.
for like close races.
It's just
Honestly,
kind of.
hold on.
Anyway, yeah, it's pretty just. The problem with the slingshot is that you're potentially gonna have a situation where you're not gonna tornado because you just give your opponent extra speed. That's kind of the only thing that I would say about it.
I mean, yeah, in certain gears, like it would make no real sense to tornado anymore, especially against high level players.
Yeah.
I feel like if you I feel like if you would try to ignore the tornado by, using that new mechanic, I feel like you would just air out immediately because of the fact of how much air it actually burns.
True.
So
Yeah.
I feel like this is like I feel like it effectively buffs trap gear like indirectly because we don't know what that gear does or if it even does the same thing. But I feel like if it has the same effect and it's anything like air broom, it'll be pretty good. I feel like.
Yeah, we still haven't talked about that mechanic in particular as well. Like the fact that you can just ignore tornadoes.
Yeah,
Like,
let's go to that. Let's go to that.
Like I think in the showcase, like you saw that I think it was Exertile that was playing against Protag, and he aired out after like eating 3 tornadoes. Like he just went through 3 tornadoes and he just aired out. Like,
Yeah.
I saw that, and I was kind of thinking, okay, but if like especially in very close like in very close paths, like, won't that like be a death sentence almost? Like, I'm kind of concerned, like about like.
See-
Go ahead.
See that's what I was thinking. What you mean airing out by trying to go through the tornadoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I feel like it kind of busts trap or like air broom because if I just spam tornadoes, you have two options. You could either get hit by the tornadoes, risk trying to use a tornado slingshot, or you could just ignore them and air out.
I didn't think about that yet. Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of concerning.
I'm trying to think of like a path where you would have that problem. I can't really think of one.
I can just think that it can happen like X Factory is a main one. I feel like it would happen before like let's say like Meadow City or Night. You could just drop a tornado there. You ignore it. If you air out right before that ramp, you're not gonna get top half. And if you do get top half, if you mess up your jump, you'll just air out because you'll get a C rank.
Like they have the jump charge like that's stored. So
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. You can still store jump charges, but if you're not focused, if you're not like paying attention, you'll just go right through it.
yeah, you could say that paying attention is what would differentiate a good and a bad player, but
I mean, you can still store a jump charge, but you would still go to if you tornado slingshot, then you'll probably end up missing the jump charge because you'll end up flying off the ramp.
true. It's wow. I'm kind of stumped here because I didn't think about it like that yet. But like, if you think about it like with what you said, with like just making someone like air out with tornadoes, I assume they're gonna try to make tornadoes take less. That the one that does tornado will have a bigger air cost than the one that goes through them. I would assume.
I feel like that's the way to go. This seems like it'd be something that's like I feel like another point. It seems like something that would need a lot of testing before it get a proper hypothesis on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just make it clear again, like very fucking clear. Like for everyone that should be listening or like that listens that has any kind of impact, testing these kind of things is very, very important. Like because these are major changes and although we're all here for it, like come on now. We need to know, right? If this is we're just worried, right? And I think like everyone that like likes the mod and likes playing Sonic Riders is gonna be worried.
Yeah, I would assume so, but also very excited.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, I'm definitely excited.
Very,
like
very excited.
It's better that it's like this than that we're just fun. Oh, that we're just like, oh, cool. Yeah, this is we expected all of this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's surprises. It's new changes that are gonna make the game like one way or the other. They're gonna make the game more fun.
Yeah,
That's good. That's great. That's what we want.
yeah. Just making a completely new game out of it. Actually, really.
Yeah, very close to it. It's feeling like a sequel. Like
Feeling like Sonic Riders Melee.
bro. That maybe
Sonic Riders Melee Edition.
Yeah.
I mean,
But, yeah.
as long as like it's still like competitive, right? Like, 'cause they can add all of these like new things and new mechanics, but like at least I'm speaking like from a competitive player standpoint, like not as like oh my god this is so cool, but as like yeah we should probably have to play this in tournaments as well. Like it needs to be competitively viable. Like
It is tournament edition, so I assume they're still keeping an eye on it, at least.
yeah, I hope so.
I
really
would
do
assume
hope
so.
Yeah.
I really do hope so.
And especially because I'm pretty sure Thanos is in the testing team, so I'm pretty sure people like that would make sure that it's still competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
because
hope so,
I
yeah.
do like that this kind of gives 1.4 like its own identity. Like it differentiates it from 1.3 because it's so much different.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's for sure.
for sure.
And I think that's like one of the main focuses of this entire update, to be honest. Like just making the entire game just completely stand on its own, free from 1.3, free from vanilla, even. You know?
Yeah. It's good. It's really good. Like,
really.
and that's what we're all hoping, right? It's like new fun mechanics, a new fun gameplay that we can come back to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like coming back to the tornado for a moment and
Yeah.
like thinking about competitive, like I'm not sure if you guys have thought about it this way, but the amount of things you can do around a tornado now, and like the mind games between two people with a tornado are so much bigger now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you can jump to like dodge and attack, you can tornado, but if you tornado, you lose air. You could give them a slingshot. You could like they could pass through it. Like there's so many options now, and like what we've seen in, I think it was the second showcase was pretty like when Protag went through the tornado and then hit Exotile. Not sure if you guys remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That
remember
was
that.
insane. That's the kind of mind games I'm really hoping for we get in this version.
Yeah, I really hope. I really do hope we see something like that. 1.4 finally comes out.
Like player interaction that is not like a direct boost onto someone. It's just gonna be that much better. Because like
Definitely.
even think about starting line interactions. There's like a lot of people that like going first and like trying to tornado to like make someone, be a bit more behind, or like start instead of a boost, just like tornado so like that person can like get the stun. Like that's gonna be completely overhauled. Like that's not how it's gonna go anymore. Like you need to think about what people are gonna do. I'm very excited for that.
It's gonna be a completely different game.
For sure.
I mean,
I
it's
really-
either gonna be
I
a
really-
different. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
different game, or it's gonna be the same game but with a few mechanics.
Yeah,
we
I
don't
really
know
want
that
to.
yet.
I really wonder how this is gonna change the meta.
Oh, for sure. Like, I'll, I'm gonna say this again, and I'm knocking on wood. I hope that this doesn't become like trap gears / air broom meta. God, I hope not. God, I hope not.
Yeah, I
I-
told them about the tornado extend. That's kind of like giving legend to a gear that didn't need it,
Yeah,
and I'm hoping they're gonna look into that.
bro.
If air broom becomes a meta, we're all screwed.
Yeah. It will finally be the day where Jam is somewhat decent at the game.
Jam's the best player.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't say best. I said decent. All right, like let's tone it down for a bit. All
Gonna
right.
be the best player for a week and then like back to C rank, but not the C rank gang.
Nah. C rank gang is whole different story.
Yeah. But like I think that's pretty much everything to talk about.
Yeah.
I think we covered everything. Yeah.
I think we've been recording for more than an hour.
Oh yeah, I really think so too.
Oh god, this is
Like-
gonna be a pain.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to edit all this. Yeah, good luck
Oh
with
no. Oh.
that. Good
right.
luck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think we should call it quits here then.
Yes.
Yeah.
For
I feel
sure.
like this is a really good talk. We talked about everything.
Yeah.
Thanks
I
for
feel we
being
did
here
this
with
one,
me. And yeah.
Yeah,
Wh-
we're signing out.
Yeah. C rank gang.
I'm hoping I can get you guys on another video in the future, honestly. Because this was really nice.
I mean, I don't know if you're paying.
Oh fuck you.
Hey, I won't complain about $5. All right, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah,